how are you? I'm Dr. Sandra Lee, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, and welcome to my home. I thought I'd show you around. You never know what's gonna pop up. I'm a busy mom, just like all of you out there, and you know, you never have enough space in your fridge. I cleaned it up for you, but it still is a little bit crazy. I try to keep a lot of fruit in here. We have a lot of waters and juices and things for people to snack on, hopefully in a healthy way. I also have a shelf dedicated to dermatology. We keep a lot of our injectables and things like that here because sometimes my friends come over for a bottle of wine and they'd maybe like to have a little something to pretty themselves up at the same time. And I actually like to put a lot of my things in the fridge. I don't know if this is weird, but I have like my fingers hurt from doing surgery, so I have like this massager that I get to massage my finger, and I like it when they're nice and cold. And these rollers and things that people I put them next to my eggs when you're stressed out after a long day. So that's my little area. My kids are like hands off. Don't touch my injectables. They can have anything else in there, but that's my shelf. We like to open up the outside and make it part of the inside. Of course, I have homage to my Chinese ancestry. I got my lazy Susan because that's the way I grew up, passing food around the table like that. My husband and I are both dermatologists, so we have a lot of like artwork that incorporates this. Kind of create little works of art with that. So I'd like to show you our pantry. This is where all the snacks are kept for my kids when they come home from school. I'm a big chips person. I'm not as much of a sweet person. I always say in my next life I want to come back as a professional chip eater, a chip taster. And I got really addicted to mukbangs, embarrassingly so. And it caused me to buy a lot of ramen that I probably have more ramen to live off of for 3 years or more. I'm going to have a ramen party one of these days, and people are going to have to try out some of these super hot ramens because they're going to hurt me, I'm sure. One of the most underrated but useful contraptions in my house is my food warmer, because we all come back at different times, my kids from school, me from work, my husband even from work, and so it's really nice to have the food nice and warm for us, and so we all can have a home-cooked, warm, good meal. So one of my hacks here at home is bringing surgical gloves home. I like to use these when I prep things at home, like I am prepping this ground turkey meat, because these things are icky on my hands, and I wear the same ones that I use at the office, and this is how I go and I prep my food. See, I cringe more at that than I do with like surgery. So I have another hack, and this one is really important actually, because a lot of people come to me as a dermatologist complaining of hand eczema. It's true, your rubber gloves do protect you, but you sweat in them. So what is really important is that you find rubber gloves that have a cotton lining, because the cotton lining wicks moisture away. After you wash your hands, you need to coat your skin with moisturizer to keep that moisture in. We are going to make pot stickers here today. These are one of my favorite appetizers to make. They are a crowd pleaser for sure. This is my mom's recipe, so she taught me this. I like to call them pop stickers because, you know, I am Pimple Popper. Put on my gloves, of course, and I have 1 pound of ground turkey here. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper, then 3 stalks chopped up of green onion. The egg is important to sort of bind everything together. And so I'm going to get my hand, my gloved hand, of course, because I don't like to touch any of this stuff with my bare hands. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. After your meat's mixed, you want to take one of these wrappers. I take about a tablespoon or so of this. What you do is you want to use water. I use a little water and a knife to kind of bind the edges together. It's like a big noodle. And I'll show you how I sort of steam and fry them. So I want to coat this whole bottom with my pot stickers. Here, you can hear them. They sound yummy, and they're going to smell so good in just a minute. So I take a little water because it helps to steam it. And I let it sit for a couple minutes and steam so it cooks on the inside. little tongs here, we're gonna set them out. They smell so good. When people are worried about oiliness causing acne, oiliness does cause acne, but it's in our skin. This is oiliness in the food. Oiliness in your food does not cause acne unless you rub this food all over your face. And I'm not gonna rub this all over my face. I'm gonna put it directly into my mouth. Yummy. Thank you for coming to my home. And to all of you Popaholics out there, remember, know when to pop and know when to stop. See you next time.